Hey, good morning, everybody. Well, it's morning for me, Sunday morning. My favorite things to do is to mess around in the garage. So what I'm gonna do is change the oil. Even though I have 380 miles on the GT3, I'm gonna change the oil. It's the service required time. So it's time to change it and go through the sort of clunky procedure of changing oil in a 992. From what I understand, all the oil doesn't come out. Or like half the oil comes out. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put a separate oil pan in my oil catch can, and then I'm gonna measure it out and sort of dump a quart in, fill up that quart, and see, put in exactly the same amount I took out, I guess. Then I'll do a digital reading after the car gets to temp, and then figure out if I need to add some more oil or not. I left my port, it's called POR2, I forget the brand, but it's on Amazon. I think it works for a 992 about resetting the service light. I don't want the freaking dealer touching my car if I can help it, only if it's catastrophic. So I prefer to do all this stuff myself, super easy. Porsches are the easiest cars I've ever owned to work on. So let's get moving. So to get it on the lift, I have some lift blocks. The 992 has a little different position where the jack points are. So I have to just kind of put the block in a spot. I'll show you. See, what I would normally use would be this guy here. So on a 991 or 997, pretty much all Porsches have the same little key hold thingy where I can take this and turn it and it stays in position. Instead, I'm just gonna put the block on. I'm pretty sure. When I saw I put this up, and this might be too tall. Let's see. No, I think it's okay. Before I put this thing up in the air, box in there. Let's take the oil cap off. Hopefully, if it's ventilated and open, maybe it'll let the oil drain out a little better, but probably not. Okay, before I start taking the car apart, let's make sure I got the right stuff. So again, I'm gonna put this pan inside of I'll show you my Samson oil changer. I got because we need C40 GT. And so I got the Mobil 1 stuff from Suncoast Porsche. Normally I would run Motul or Amsoil or something like that. But for this car, I just wanted to be sure I got the right stuff. Right baited. Probably only gonna need 4, but I got 7 here just to be safe. I think I got 12, so I have some more at the house. I left at the house. Got some brake cleaner. I want to make sure I have the right oil filter. So I got the oil filter. And then I'm not sure if I have a plastic plug or the metal plug. My car, I'm pretty sure, has plastic, but I haven't put it in. I haven't looked in there to see first yet. So I should have a tool for this. Oh no, yeah, I will. It's not the same tool as the GT4. The GT4 drain plug has this special little thingy from Schwaben, but the GT3 is clearly just a hex. I did order the metal plug, but I guess it's still on back order. But the good news is I have a whole bunch of metal plugs, so we'll see if I got the right one. This should be correct. Boom. Okay. So this is pretty standard Hazet. It's a 721.94430. So 721.94430. It's a Hazet part number 2169. So what you need, you could use a regular oil filter, oil filter wrench, but this makes it easier. So we're going to check to make sure that I have the right part number. You can see the part number here. So we're going to check that out. So first thing I'm going to do is take the cover off. Before I do that, let me show you guys what I've been up to. So this is a Lista box, but this is my Matt Mormon master collection of awesomeness. So this is a combination of a little bit of Wera, primarily Koken, so Koken ratchets. So this would be my replacement. I love the Sonic tools, I love the Sonic organization, but this is like next level. I think this drawer alone is like probably $13,000 worth of tools. And then this is my gray version of Tool Grid. The only thing I have to do is label everything. So this is a combination of Koken Z series, Wera, and some Hazet stuff where needed. And so we're going to need the Hazet here. So this is my 1/4 and 3/8. Here's my 1/2 inch. Look at that. Freaking awesome. This is my SAE 3/8, and then all 1/2 inch. And then one more drawer here, which is what I'm going to need right now. I think I'm going to need these. No, this is 1/2 inch. I don't need the 1/2 inch. I'm going to need 3/8. So anyway, we're going to use the Koken stuff here today. Koken ratchet. I like the push button ones the best. So the push button style. And so that's what is going to be in my collection. I'm going to be selling this as well as a master collection set. I think to do all 3 of those drawers was like $22,000. And then so Wera screwdrivers, mainly Koken Hazet Wera, and this Stahlvilla wrenches. I'm pretty sure my Stahlvilla order comes here shortly, and then Knipex on the fancy stuff, on the pliers. All right, so I need G27. Let me just check. And then, like a little extension, these locking extensions are amazing. So, the greatest part about the Koken stuff is so first of all, the Hazet does connect really well for the few Hazet devices. I like this tie-coated socket, but the back drag on this is minimal to 0, and then everything just connects beautifully. So this is the locking extension, which I really like that. Beautiful combination. I bought some prettier stuff, like Nepros is prettier. The Hazet ratchets have 80 teeth instead of 72 like this. But they're a combination of, I just love the handle. I love the cleanability of this, so it's easy to clean up, but still ergonomic. It's just, I don't know, something about it just really appeals to me. I mean, that's gonna fit. I need a 1/4 inch. Certainly I could go get some power tools, but that's no fun. I'll leave that one partially in. This makes me happy. So here's my 1/4 inch. Long reach 1/4 inch with the 1/4 inch Hazet Koken extension. Telling you, working on a Porsche is the easiest car ever. dropping everything. So this will be my last project here in this building. Monday, today's Sunday. Monday we're gonna tear this place apart. Sorry about the audio. My lav mic. My lav mic is at the house, so I'm using my shotgun mic on the side here. I need to remember to speak up when I'm standing away from the camera. Do the old head technique. That's why I left that one on there. Filled with dirt. Not too bad. We'll dump that out. The titanium, look at how pretty it looks. The titanium section, the Dundon. And then drain bolt here. Okay, 1135, 115, 351. PB, so 0 PB, 115, 351. So I got the right filter. Okay, so I don't have any plastic bolts. The metal little reservoir here and this one here. Looks like there'd be oil sitting in this here too. So I don't see how this insert could be a problem. It looks pretty simple. Like this one wouldn't become any kind of warranty issue. But supposedly some of the drain bolts can be problematic. Okay, I was just reading the service bulletin that there is, I think this is carbon fiber. No, that's definitely plastic. So there's a service bulletin for cars 2021, 2022. Mine's a 2023, so I shouldn't have to worry about it. And the procedure was, if your car's older, the procedure is to make sure the engine is cool, which mine is cool, and then bring it up to operating. So you would, on a cool engine, loosen, then retighten slightly, then bring the engine up to operating temp, and then change the oil. I'm going to see how much oil I can get out of it. The car has 300 miles, so I don't want to get it up to operating temp sitting here in the garage. So anyway, procedurally, I don't need to do anything special. I can just remove this. This is an M16. And then this bolt here, and then I'll see if I have replacement bolts. Again, engine hasn't been under a lot of stress. These bolts I could reuse if I need to, so I may have these, but Suncoast didn't have them. I ordered both of these bolts, and they're both on back order. So I guess I'm going to have to either reuse these, which is not ideal, or I'm going to have to find see if I have one, from some of the leftover Porsche oil change parts that I've been buying over the years. So let me get my Samson and get it in place. So check this sucker out. This one is freaking insane. I think it's like $1,100 or something like that. But this is from a company called Samson out of Spain, I believe. Samson. I'll find the link and put it in the description. But this thing is remarkably good. Just super high quality, great, decent caster, especially for an oil catcher, whatever you call this thing. It is the top here, the basin on the top is beautiful because it has the extension to it, and but it turns inside, so you can turn it whichever way you want, but so it turns in, so it keeps a similar form factor, so it's not filling up, like it's not poking out an extra 12-13 inches this way. So when I park it, I can turn it inside and keep it out of the way. But it's a pressurized system. This is the non-extractor version. I never do any extraction. I always do the oil change from the bottom of the car. So but you would pressurize it in order to empty it. I haven't had to empty it yet, so I'm not even sure how to do this. I think it has a gravity option as well. So you can either pressurize it or gravity. Air pressure discharge, gravity collection. So you can do it either way and fill it into containers and take it to, you know, the auto parts store or wherever you take it. But what I'm going to do for this change, I'm going to put my drain pan in here so I can catch the oil, so I know how much oil has come out of the car. And then we'll know within reason, for you GT3 guys, 992 guys, we'll know within reason, can you do this cool, or am I going to get like 2 quarts out of the car? We're going to find out. So I'm going to do the change, do this quickly. I do want to show you something else too. So this is my oil changing dream, is to have a roll of not paper towels, but microfiber towels. I should probably get this thing working here. So I'm going to set this right on my oil change cart. Now, actually, we have this coming. Let me see if this will work. So anyway, we have these in stock. It's a 70-30, really awesome microfiber towel in here that you could reuse, you know, if you don't get oil on it. I'm gonna get oil on it. I'm gonna put some gloves on, try to keep myself clean. But we do have this thing coming. So this is Bryce's prototype here of a really insane paper towel holder, or in this case, microfiber towel holder. So let me see if I can just do this. Ha, yeah. Nice. Look at that. That's gonna be sick. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm gonna work on the back drag here. Oops. It started to take off on me. Crap. I think he has to work on the back drag of our paper towel holder. So let's do this. Let's turn it up this way. That way it won't. Hopefully it won't take off on me. That's sweet. Little things make me happy. Well, little expensive things apparently, because that thing's gonna be a lot of money. Here's some gloves I've been trying out. It's from a material called chloroprene. They're super comfy. And also, in this case I can cover up my watch. Nice. A little bit longer. From a company called SAS. I believe this is an M16. Nope. Definitely not. Yeah, an M10. Now, how the heck did I get that in there? All right, now, one problem we have here with the drain bolt is that it's an M10, so it's a triple square, which I can fit a socket on there, but there's not enough room. And this is a pretty shallow, pretty stubby socket from Hazette, but it doesn't fit. So, an equivalent for a T50, I could just put a wrench on there or a pliers on there and, you know, jack up my thingy, or I can use an equivalent would be a T50, which will work on the triple square. Not ideal, but it works. The reason why it's not ideal is now I can't get an actual torque spec. But a wobble, you know, with this, whatever this oil thingy, this line here is, a wobble, all of that isn't gonna work. So I do my tearaway microfiber towel, so I got one in hand. Let's back this up a little bit. Try not to make a mess. Break this loose. Oh boy. It's like zero oil. Of all this time, all these years of 911s, GT3s, we can't get a proper oil change. So this has to drain for a while, from what I understand, to get any oil out of the darn car. Now, again, I'm doing the 1 year, car's about 1.5 years old, but it's the 1 year oil change, not the whatever 5,000 mile oil change. Zero metal on there. Looking good. I'm gonna let that drain for a while. Certainly if you had a warm engine, it should drain quicker, but we'll see. See what I get out of it. So it's this bolt right here with the brass washer on it. That's the procedure to remove that. Must have been earlier cars because these came off really easily. Low risk. No risk. They're saying, again, some of the earlier cars had issues with the inserts separating from the tank. And you have to drop the frickin' engine to put a new oil tank on. There we go. Now we're getting some oil removal. I definitely don't have this bolt. Is that a washer on there? It's not. It's like a flange. So I'm gonna have to blaspheme and reuse these. This has a little rubber O-ring on it. Again, 300 miles. It's okay. I think we're okay. I will certainly try to track these bolts down for the next change. Again, I normally just order the kit from Suncoast and I have exactly what I need. This time, not the case. Can I get the oil filter out too and just let it all sit here and drain? Yes, I can. So, oil filter's right here. This is a 27 millimeter. Shouldn't be on very tight, it's not. And we're able to get oil to catch all three locations. I got a decent amount of oil out of this thing. I love working on these cars, man. It's so good. A little deep now, so I can't let that sit in there. No better way to spend a Saturday morning or Sunday morning when I should be at church playing with my GT3. That's the dream. So we know our filter's good. Make sure that your rubber gasket has come off. So I'm gonna hang out and let that drain. While that is draining, I do have to screw in some more of my tool grid here. Tell me this drawer doesn't make you happy. Well, or it makes you happy because it's my tools, but it certainly makes me happy. Let's see, where did I get to? We're in this section. O-ring looks good. We'll order a new bolt next time. This one is 20 Newton meters. Okay. Put a little oil in the filter and then just pour a little extra on the top there so I can grease the O-ring, if you will. Same thing, 20 Newton meters. This is, yeah, 3/8, nice. Okay, that's done. Piece of cake. Now let's see if this new, so I have a new bolt, new crush washer. Still dripping a little bit, but I think we're good. So we're able to convert the triple square to a hex. I still don't think I have a small one. This one's 31 Newton meters. I got this little guy. Let's see if this will fit. Nice. Perfect. Okay, good. So that's worth the conversion because I don't have a 1/4 inch triple square. At least I don't think I do. I do have an M10 1/4 inch triple square. That will fit. All right. Let's, just to be safe, let's stick with the OE bolt. And the bolt is new enough, hasn't heat cycled enough to really be a problem. So I feel comfortable putting the original bolt back in, and I'll get a new one for the next change. New crush washer though. Funcoast did send me the crush washer, but the crush washer is the same size as the previous gen. I don't even need any brake cleaner. All right, so I'm going to 31 Newton meters. This only goes to 20, 25, going to 28 Newton meters. Yeah. Okay, cool. It's the cleanest oil change I've ever done. Single towel. A little bit of brake cleaner in this section. Oil filter. It's like I was never even here. Beautiful. All right, so last step, let's put our plate back on. All right, so here's the plan. I'm gonna put one in, and I'm gonna dump what's in the green catch can into an empty quart. This is the greenest looking oil I've ever seen. Yeah, C40 SAE 0W40. It says it right here. Since we're showing off our tools here, these are my favorite torque wrenches at the moment. I do have Stahlvella torque wrenches coming to test out, but these are my favorite sonic click style torque wrenches. So I'm going to take this and dump it into there. So the fill line on these, the 1 quart fill line, is right to the very edge of that. So let's see if I can do this without making a huge mess. I should have just brought my measuring pitcher. Okay, there's one. All right, so I was able to get 4 quarts, 20 ounces out of the, and I didn't have any containers here, so I just dumped a fresh quart out. Don't ask. So 20 ounces. So I'm going to go down to 12. It's because of 32 ounces. So I'll go down to 12 ounces here. And then I will have put exactly back in what I've taken out. And then of course we'll get a measurement digitally on the car. So 4 quarts, 20 ounces. Maybe if I heated up the car, maybe I would have gotten a full 5 quarts out, but it's kind of dumb that it has a 8.1 quart capacity and we only took out half of that. That's dumb. All right, so last thing I need to do is reset the service light. I'll clean up all my gear here, and pretty simple. You know, I was kind of worried and see lots of people talking about the 992 oil change. Really not any different than anything else other than a lot of oil doesn't come out. So now I know roughly 4.5 quarts is going to come out of the car, put 4.5 quarts back in, and if I'm going to put a lot of miles, if I were going to put a lot of miles in this car, I would just make sure to do it often. So I would cycle through oil changes probably every 3,000 miles, even with synthetic, simply because you're not able to change out a lot of the oil. One thing you could consider is, change it, run it, change it, and do a double change. I guess you could consider doing. That might be a smart move. Buy 8 quarts or 12 quarts or something like that. But anyway, hope that's helpful for you 992 GT3 guys, and we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Oh, I should mention before I wrap up, if you want some help with tool construction, putting together Koken or Wera, Hazette, Stavella, I've spent hundreds and hundreds of hours on putting this together. I'd be happy to help. Shoot me an email, matt@obsessedgarage.com. Eventually we'll have stuff in the store, but I'm a dealer for all these manufacturers, so I can help you piece together. Maybe we can do a Zoom call, and I'll sort of work through my spreadsheets with you, and we can order up a complete set of tools. Certainly most people aren't going to buy the full set, but I can give you some really good insight on what I think you would want, as a base kit, and then everything in between. So thanks for your support. Hit me up, matt@obsessedgarage.com if you had some questions.